But I'm just talking about like the Grammys, the Super Bowl, you know, and just seeing like hours and hours of white people who don't appear to have a deep history in hip hop, just like thoroughly pouring over every line and every double, triple entendre of all the lyrics, and like people that have never cared about lyrics. I've never seen people show up. You know what I mean? Like they never did that over any other subject. And so the fact that he's tearing down another, no matter how light-skinned he is, no matter how corny he is, no matter whatever, he's tearing down another black powerhouse, you know, genius, you know. Well, it's like, okay, who do I like better? Obviously, I like Kendrick, but you know, it's like the level of acceptance and celebration of that. It's like it's hard for me to not see it that way, you know. And the fact that like, okay, so he's allowed to dismantle this other black man and like talk to his parents by name and talk to his children by name. That song's gonna live forever. Like that child is a real person. And you know, maybe the daughter isn't, but the son is, and like your dad's a horrible person and all this stuff. That's gonna live forever. And that is a, you know, that's a deep thing, you know. And again, I don't comment on things that like interpersonal black or like intercommunal like black conversations. Nobody should comment on those except black people. But what I will talk about is the way that the white music industry and like you know, dominant culture receives that stuff and responds to it. So like, man, Kendrick has had so many amazing songs, amazing lines, amazing topics, amazing themes, amazing whatever. And there just was not the excitement, the level of excitement about that. It's like, you know, it's like when they, you know, they give Denzel Washington the Grammy or the Oscar.
Oscars for Training Day.
For Training Day.
But when
he did Malcolm X, it's
Malcolm X, yep.
Yeah, we don't really care about that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But like, yeah, give us Training Day, now we can celebrate you. It has that, it's got that echo. And again, it's nothing against Kendrick at all, but it's everything about, you know, that Mr. Morales album, there was so much in there that could be broken down and like talked about, and you know, all these hours of people trying to figure out what did he mean by that and what does this part mean and like all this stuff that he's saying. And of course it's, you know, it's recognized and everything. But like when he made Good Kid, Mad City, they gave Macklemore the Grammy that year for an album called The Heist, which means to steal something. You know,
the irony of that.
I know,
yeah.
right?
I'm just saying what the title means. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, that's what you. And again, and that's not even anything against Macklemore. I know him; he's a nice guy. I knew him before he was famous. Nice guy, talented guy, hardworking guy, does a lot of great things. It's not a diss. I'm not talking about Kendrick or Macklemore. I'm talking about the music industry, the dominant culture, and like what they celebrate and how they celebrate it. And yeah, that's a trip to me. And so the question was like, well, how come there's nobody talking about all of these topics in the music? And it's like, I think it's really, it might be a death sentence to do it, but I would love to see somebody try. I would love to see somebody try. And like, yeah, like the guy that asked the question is like, we grew up on artists like Chuck D. We grew up on artists like Ice Cube. You know, and that's my thing is like, okay, so Ice Cube was celebrated when he was talking about, you know, hood violence. As soon as he got out of NWA, as soon as he got away from Dr.